Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I'm here this week for the air show, and I'm here with some clients that want to buy some expensive aircraft and build hangars. And I'm giving myself an education on hangar doors. Hangars are pretty much straightforward metal buildings. What's different about them is the enormous doors that have to go on one side. And so we've honed in on one manufacturer who can probably help us with about 90% of the hangar jobs that we get involved with around the United States. They're hydraulic doors, they're self-supporting, they integrate well into the metal building system, and they're less expensive and less maintenance than most of the other options that we've looked at. I want to show you some of the information on those. I'm Bruno Reich. I'm the CEO of Reich Construction. I'm an architect and contractor. I design and build metal buildings across the United States. Call us about your next project.
So we can make this thing completely self-supporting if we need to. If you have enough cement underneath of it, and a big enough plate, and we can have it so it can stand all by itself all day long. But why not hook onto the building? The building's already there. Most of your smaller doors, up to say 20 foot tall and 60 foot wide, will use what we call the standard frame, which is 5x3 rectangular tube posts. Different wall thickness depending upon the size of the door and how the building is built. Like if we go and look at a building and your jambs really don't have any strength, we'll go up to a 3/8 inch thick wall thickness on our tube here. If you have a big old huge I-beam and stout as all can be and we can weld to it, then we'll go down to a 1/4 inch wall thickness. But we know that once we look at it. Then our header is a 5-inch square tube, and then we'll attach that to drop columns, or if you have the easiest way is for you and for us is if you have a big channel iron going across the top to jam out your opening, and with your drop columns attached to that, and a big old channel iron on the side, with the legs facing away, we slap this up against it and weld it to it. Now, if you run into situations like on this T-hangar building where we're using this as the frame of the T-hangar, then we will build a truss on top of our header, and then he'll have roof girts or purlins or whatever the term is that will attach and bolt to that, and hold up our opening. Zero maintenance. So we have bronze bushings inside of the pivot points of our cylinders, and then we smear a little grease on them when we assemble them, but they never wear out. And I did a test. I got an old turning lathe, put a shaft in it, took 2 of them blades and took come-alongs and pulled in opposite directions and turned the lathe on really slow, 17 RPM. I measured the bushings before and after. I ran it for a week. And I won't bore you with the math, but it's the equivalent of opening and closing your door once a day, every day for 2,333 years before they would wear out. So we're okay. We're all right. We don't have to worry about it. The oil you don't have to change. The hydraulics you don't have to. There's zero maintenance.